Back with Sue Hitzman, the creator of Melt, a series of simple moves to rid your body of pain as well as to prevent it before it even hits. We're going to focus now on the prevention side of it. Just 3 minutes every morning is all we're asking you for to live pain-free all day long. Susie from the audience is joining us.
Hi.
You're very young, Susie. Why are you worried about pain?
Well, you know, I live a very active lifestyle. I play a lot of tennis a few times a week, and that sport is really hard on your body. So I'd love to learn like some different techniques to kind of help me prevent pain from happening in the first place, and so I can continue to lead the lifestyle that I like to lead.
It's a very wise maneuver for you to make. Okay. So walk us through, Sue, a couple of things that make sense. This is a 3-minute morning ritual.
That's right. And I actually do this first treatment while I'm brushing my teeth because I got one of those electric toothbrushes that go on for 2 minutes.
Right.
So the first thing you do is set the ball down, and I want you to step right on the center of your foot. And I think that there's a chart we can show of the bottom of the foot. So you want to put the ball right into the middle of your foot, and you just start to shift your body weight first back and forth. And this prepares the tissue. It also stimulates your nervous system, and that's one thing that can really help you with balance, start to bring some fluids back into your joints, back and forth. Then you bring the ball back a little bit. There's position point number 5. There's actually 5 points. We're just going to show one more point. So now we're going to try another move where you're going to rub the ball back and forth. So connective tissue responds to certain types of gentle pressure. You wouldn't want to do this with a golf ball. You want to just nice and light. It kind of prepares the tissue. You start to bring some fluids in here, and then you bring the ball back to that number 5 and tighten up the wiggle. So it's kind of like when you wash your hair. You don't just slap shampoo on, you got to kind of suds it up. So this is stimulating the tissue, and then you rinse it out. You go from your toe to your heel, one direction, and this drives the fluids up the leg. And because connective tissue is a seamless system, remember what I said before is that it can make an immediate change. So let's just see if just by doing, again, this quick 1 minute, let's see if that does anything. Put your feet side by side and just close your eyes for a second and just notice not only your foot, but notice your leg. And Susie, because you're doing this for the first time, I mean, do you get any change in your legs?
Yeah, I mean, it feels lighter, less stiff, maybe more grounded to the ground.
I love that. And, and that's what you're feeling is the fluid state. And that's actually not just happening in your leg. It's happening through your whole body. It's bringing it to the spine. And that's what's going to keep your body more balanced, is to have a nice hydrated spine.
Okay, next up, hips.
Right, hips. So people are sitting around on their desk all day long. This is going to help them so that they can reduce some of that common back pain that people have after sitting.
So again, I've got a towel, a beach towel that I've rolled up. It's, you know, pretty simple to do.
That's right.
If you don't have one of these rolls.
That's right, because again, we want soft compression. You don't want to cause pain to get out of it. So I want you guys to kind of lean on your left butt cheek, and you're going to go ahead and rub back and forth. Right, and Dr. Oz, that's great because you're on that slightly smaller area. Exactly, you're just kind of rubbing back and forth. So just like we did on the foot, you prepare the tissue for the fluid exchange. So you kind of just create a nice little rubbing, nice little massage, and then wait here and go ahead and open and close the knee. This draws the fluids into the hip joint and back into the back. And the secret of really getting the fluids to exchange in connective tissue is once you create these types of moves, you just wait. Just allow the tissue to adapt. That's all it takes. And you do that on both sides. It takes you about 30 seconds to a minute.
It beats sit-ups.
It does beat sit-ups, and it makes you feel better than sit-ups.
And the final move you say is for your neck and your back.
For your neck and your back. Interestingly enough, a lot of people have neck pain and back pain because of the repetitive habits that we're using with our hands. So what I want you guys to do is very similar to what we just did on the foot. If you guys look up at the chart up there, we're going to rub the ball. You kind of interlace your fingers, and you're going to rub the ball back and forth from that 3 to that 5. And same thing, this prepares tissue. The thing about connective tissue, it is a supportive structure. If you press too deep, too fast, it repels. It's going to try to protect you. So you kind of prepare the tissue and then put the ball at that number 3 and just kind of shake it up. You just kind of give it that nice little rub. This is how you stimulate cells of your connective tissue to yield the fluid exchange. And again, just like you did on your foot, put your hand down, and I want you guys to rinse over your fingers. So only one direction, just like when you wash your hair, the water's got to go down the drain one way. So this is drawing the fluids back up to your neck. So if you're texting a lot, you don't want those little repetitive habits. Try it on the other hand. You don't want the repetitive habits to cause damage not only to your fingers, but to make that stuck stress accumulate up your arms until ultimately it's in your neck. And if you're sitting at your desk all day long, you can do this at work. It's easy.
If you're at work, people are going to ask you what you're doing. You're going like this all day long.
They could even just be reading something and doing it. At least they would be helping themselves to live a more pain-free life.
Listen, anyone can roll a towel up. This makes sense. These little balls are easy to find as well. Very smart advice.
Thank you so much for having me on the show.
Was that helpful, Susie?
Yeah, that's good.
Coming up, viewers are challenging me to a game of health charades. They think they can outsmart me. Stay tuned.